Let's imagine for a second the impossible, and you would travel back to the 1760s. But when you arrive, you instantly feel that something is off. Yes, the people look like they should in the 1760s. However, when you arrive to till fields, you see farmers and tons of fertilizer. Also, the fields are completely overcrowded with workers. It reminds you of the current AI-generated videos in which it went overboard with their interpretation of the world. But why does it look off? Well, first, the obvious. An exaggerated volume of fertilizer and tons of people working on a field just looks not normal to us. You expect maybe 10 to 20 workers and some applying fertilizer, but not hundreds. The not so obvious reason is what farmers learned in the 1760s. What did they learn? When they added fertilizer to crops, yields increased. Also, when they added more workers to till fields. But there was a certain point where additional workers and fertilizer didn't result in better results. That's the Evergreen principle called the law of diminishing returns at work. So, why did the time travel go wrong? Well, you seem to have landed in a parallel universe where this principle doesn't exist. The farmers could add more fertilizer and workers without getting diminishing returns. Since time travel accidents can't happen just yet, this timeless law is still valid today, and it has far-reaching applications. It can be pretty helpful to know about it when it comes to digital marketing and real estate lead generation. Say you use these traffic or lead generation channels for your real estate business: Meta ads, Google Ads search, Instagram postings, email nurture campaigns. Now, what happens when the law of diminishing returns gets into full gear? Let's apply it to two of the above traffic channels. One, Facebook ads or Meta ads. You start with a nice honeymoon phase with a good CTR and conversion rate and pay maybe between $8 and $20 per lead. Then the midpoint arrives again. The algorithm needs to broaden the targeting and costs rise to $15 to $20 per lead. And then comes the final turning point of the so-called ad fatigue. The audience has now seen your ad too many times and they start to suffer from ad blindness. So, what can you do to counter it? Refresh ad creatives when the frequency goes above 2.0. Try dynamic creative testing. Use broad audience targeting, since the algorithm is pretty smart now and understands your ad creative and who you want to target with it. Scale horizontally, new audiences, before vertically, more budget. Now, number 2, Instagram organic posting. How does this one start out? Well, first, you may get a strong engagement of your posts the first 2 to 3 weeks, 2 to 3 weekly posts. The midpoint, when the engagement drops on posts 4 to 5, even though you put in the same or even more effort. Why? The diminishing factor is here that's often the algorithm that may throttle the organic reach. And unfortunately, in the organic posting world, you can't do much about it. Still, there are a few things. Vary content types, stories, reels, posts. Post at different times to reach a wider audience. Focus on high engagement formats like Reels. Use pattern interrupts in content style. These are just a few of the effects of diminishing returns in digital marketing. Let me know. What's been your experience with diminishing returns in digital marketing so far? Thanks for watching and see you next time. Bye bye.